So I started feeling the urge to create, but then I was actually so scared. It's the fear. The number one thing that held me back was, what if people don't like it? What if people have something negative to say? What if, what if, what if, what if? I had gotten to this point where I felt like I was going to explode. I don't even know. Honestly, it sounds so dramatic, I know, but I had gotten to the point where I felt like I was going to explode if I didn't post at least one dance routine. Like I was just like, I have so much stored in my head. Like I just keep absorbing and absorbing and learning and learning and have nowhere to show it. So me, I would dance for my family. I was dancing for them. That was my content creation. At the end of the day, as much as it's nice to consider your audience, it's about what you want to do. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you feel like there's something you're missing out on, now what? Welcome. Hey guys. Let me play some music. Hey guys. Hey. Oh my gosh, I feel like I feel like I need to find a name for you guys because I don't want to just be calling you hey guys. I mean, hey guys works, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to think of a name that goes with Twîri's world. Maybe it will find us along the way. I have been thinking about changing my YouTube name. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. If something else comes to my mind, I'll change it. If not, we're sticking with this one because this name that I have right now just shows that this isn't for a specific niche. It's just talking about whatever comes up. Um, yeah. But welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a returning watcher, viewer. Watcher. What? Welcome for the very first time if this is your first time. I hope you are going to stick around and watch all the other videos and become a part of us. Yeah, this is where the vibes are. And to my returning viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I'm very happy that you're here. And today, first of all, before I even begin, can you just tell we're slowly making progressions? Finally got a microphone for this channel and I'm very excited because we're just taking small steps, you know, small steps. And this is relevant to what we're talking about today, which is existing on social media. And when I was starting this YouTube channel, if you watched my introduction video, pre-introduction, all of that, one of the things I was really emphasizing is I just wanted to start. Like I needed to start. And I decided to just do it with what I had. So we're slowly making progressions. Right now, I have been able to get this microphone. That Cyber Monday, I was, yes, on that Cyber Monday deal. I had this in my cart for months and I was just waiting for that huge discount. Patience is a virtue. And so the next thing on the list is going to be a camera, but cameras are expensive, for one. For two, I don't know how to use a camera, and I know for sure if I had waited for the day I learned how to use a camera, we would not be on this YouTube channel until, I don't know, 3 years from now, if we ever got to that, because I feel like I would just continue postponing because of, oh, I don't know how to use a camera. Oh, I don't. I said, let me just start, learn on the job. Now I've learned that I need a microphone. You don't need one because the iPhone one works great because that's what I use. I just use my phone. But in situations where you have background noise, nini, a microphone makes a difference because I noticed that based on the last 3 videos I did, because I was in an environment where the air conditioning unit was just blowing really loudly and it was such a hassle trying to figure out how to reduce the background noise. But it's all part of learning on the job, and now I'm learning that this a good microphone is important because you know those microphones that you say "P," and now the whole your ears feel like they're exploding because of the way that "P" sounds so explosive. I hope it's not the case here. But from what I've tested so far, this is good. And I've seen this on a lot of people's pages, people that make content, and it sounds pretty good. So I said let me try it, and I liked it. So here we are actually trying it on the platform. So based on the title of the video, today we are talking about existing on social media. I'm going to give you some context, background on how I began my content creation, and just things I've picked up along the way. Maybe eventually I'll answer questions if I'm ever in a position where people do ask me questions. But for now, I'm just going to share things that I've picked up along the way. So, for the background piece, I have been creating content. I was actually just trying to calculate that before this video. I've been creating content since 2021. I started in December. I think it was December when I did my first video. And those days, I started off as a dance content creator, and those days the algorithm on Instagram was so good. Oh my gosh. The video, like now when I started where it was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing dance, those first two videos went viral. The first one it got like what did the first one do? The first one got like 14K. Yeah, I got like 14K views. The second one was a tutorial on how to do butterfly leg work, 100K, over 100K views. I said, this is what I've been missing out on, guys. So yeah, the algorithm was really good back then. These days, the Instagram algorithm is a bit iffy. They change it so much, and it's just, we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about how I began. I mean, before I started doing content, I got on Instagram in 2015. Yeah, 2015, right when I finished my primary school. That's when Instagram was becoming a thing, and it was like, okay, now I can create it. You know, when you finish class 8, it's like now you feel like it's even the appropriate age, because yeah, I didn't even know what that thing was until when I was finishing class 8. So yeah, I usually just did the, posting once in a while thing. And if you were there when Instagram was beginning, then it was just vibes. People just sharing random pictures, random updates, like just things, as opposed to now where they've turned it into just advertisements after every 2 minutes. It's just an ad. It's a sponsored post. Yeah, it's very different now. But I would post, once every 3 months, 6 months. And then I would really overthink my captions, because those days it was like the caption is what is really captivating people. And I was just always overthinking my captions. And I think that's the time I realized, by the way, these caption things, I don't know. You know those pages that are centered around giving you caption ideas? I actually follow those because they help me. Because if you leave it to me and it's like a caption that's, those captiony ones, I don't know how else to explain it. Because, my captions, I make them sound like I'm talking. Like, my captions just sound the way I talk. And it's just like something I would say about whatever it is that I'm posting, right? But sometimes if it's a captiony caption, I've definitely found that somewhere. Yeah, yeah. It's very rare for me to be a good caption creator. But yeah, so like I said, 2021, that's when I began. And the time leading up to that, I felt myself developing an interest in learning dance videos at home. And I mean, when I was younger, I had done dance, in school. You guys are learning routines and presenting them in church, presenting them at school events, all those things. So I had like a bit of a small background in learning routines and dancing and all that. But this time it felt different. It was just for myself, for my own personal interest, and for my, just as a hobby. And so if I found a song that I liked, I would go and look it up on YouTube, and I would learn the routine. And then it was so difficult. Like, it would take me weeks and months to literally learn just one routine. And I was like, this thing is actually so difficult. So at that time, I was using Ray's Fernando's YouTube page, because he used to do dance routines, and then he would break them down into like a step by step kind of thing. So yeah, that's where we started. And I think the first song I ever learned a routine to was P Square Bankalat. Yes, that was the first one. That was the first one. And yeah, I did begin to feel the urge to create because I'm learning these dance routines from people who are making them and posting them. And, they look like they're having so much fun and they're exploring that passion of theirs. So I started feeling this urge to create when I was 17. I would say 17. And 17, that was which year? 2018? Yeah, I think that was 2018. Yes, that was 2018. So I started feeling the urge to create, but then I was actually so, so scared. And it's the fear. The number one thing that held me back was, what if people don't like it? What if people have something negative to say? What if, what if, what if, what if? That's the thing that held me back, actually. And so I was finding myself learning a dance, storing it. Learn it, store it. All the dances I learned in 2017, 2018, 2019, they're still here. Because, like, they happen to be some of my favorite routines as well. And I've been wanting to actually make those, like, actually eventually, or I've been wanting to film those videos. And I will with time. But yeah, so those routines were just stored in my mind because I'm over here feeling so afraid to put myself out there and to actually post something that I like, because I was just already thinking about, what if they don't like it? What if I'm telling you, those whoever it was, these people, it's not even a specific person, just people. It was taking up so much space in my head. And so from 2018 to 2021, really, I mean, I did a bit, those TikToks. I got on TikTok, I think, during the pandemic, like everyone, or like majority of the people. And I remember doing one TikTok, like just like a regular TikTok, but that was like how it began, I guess. I was like, okay, I learned this, I posted it. And then now in 2021, I posted now an actual video. And then that was like to test the waters, because I had gotten to this point where I felt like I was going to explode. I don't even know. Honestly, it sounds so dramatic, I know. But I had gotten to the point where I felt like I was going to explode if I didn't post at least one dance routine. Like, I was just like, I have so much stored in my head. Like, I just keep absorbing and absorbing and learning and learning and I have nowhere to show it. I mean, I was at home, I would dance for my family. My little brother would see me practicing and he picked up on the routines because I would learn them so much, like over and over again. Like, if it's one dance, I'm doing it over and over again because I'm trying to perfect it. And so I'm using the TV, so if he's there, he's seeing me learning. So he picked up the routines. Like, there are some he knows because he was there as I was practicing. So me, I would dance for my family. I was dancing for them. That was my content creation. I was dancing for a live audience. Yes. So yeah, in 2021 December, I started, I think that first video I did it in September. I need to find it. I think I archived it, but it's somewhere. I think I will find it and archive it. But gave myself that semester to just get through with school and everything. And then that December, I went and I even bought a tripod. I said, yeah, let's actually do this thing. Let's make it happen. So I went and I did No Hala. That was the time No Hala had just come out and it was really, really trending. So I did No Hala. I learned it, did No Hala. And then I taught the next video I did was teaching the tutorial, because I had seen that everyone was just like, oh my God, what is this new leg work? And everyone was just struggling. And I was like, well, I picked it up, so I'm gonna just show step by step. That video went crazy. 100,000, and it was like literally my second official, like, this is my content creation. I was like, whoa, guys. And then I did some other videos after that and they were just consistently doing really good. I was getting like 20k, 12k, what k. And I was like, guys, this is so, and then at the same time, it was very validating. I feel like that kind of boosted my confidence in a way, because I was like, okay, see, you were just afraid for nothing. Like, these videos are doing really well. And so I just kept doing it. I really just kept doing it. And that fear honestly, the only way to let go of the fear was for me to do exposure therapy. Like, there is actually no other way. The only way for me to get over the fear was to get out, film, and post. So those days I would film, post, and run away. Just close Instagram. I'm disappeared. I'm gone. Because yeah, it can be a bit nerve wracking, but really the only way to do it is to, and it's okay if you feel that way. Just get yourself used to it. Right now, I'm at the point where even if I choose to post twice a day, I won't think too deeply about it. Like, I'm just gonna post because I can. Crazy, right? So now it's been 3 years, almost 3 years of me making content, and I feel like I have evolved so much because I started off as just dance, and over time I have found myself developing interest. And I think I would say TikTok has played a role in that, because TikTok, you know how TikToks are. You basically lip sync something, and it's a bit of a way to explore your creativity and your interest in other types of content. So with that, I have found myself also wanting to delve into more lifestyle type content, more general type content, where it's like, I'm not talking about just dance. Like, I'll do dance, yes, but I also want to show you where I travel to. I also want to show you that I went to the park and I painted. I want to show you this restaurant I went to. I want to show you so many different things. I want to make a funny reel once in a while. Just something I randomly thought, or I want to post something that's just anything. So over time, I would say within the last year, I have really just found myself exploring different types of content, and it's nice because then I'm not feeling like I'm stuck in one niche. Because sometimes you feel that, especially if you want to expand, you might feel oh, but I've built this particular brand, or like this particular style, and what if my audience doesn't like that? At the end of the day, as much as it's nice to consider your audience, it's really just, it's about what you want to do, because the content, it's you that's going to create it. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you feel like there's something you're missing out on, now what? Because those people that you're worried about, they're not going to know that you're interested in something else. They're just going to keep watching, and then you're going to start losing interest, because then now it starts to feel like work. Like, I don't know, I just also think of it as a way to keep yourself excited about all the things that you could do. When I was in college, this informs me shifting into other types of content. When I was in university, I was on two different dance teams over 2 years. So one in 1 year, and then another dance team in the second year. And I learned so many dance routines. Oh my gosh, guys. That first year, well, technically it wasn't my first year, but I'm just gonna say first and second. But that first year, um, it was with over the course of the school year. So it was more spread out, but we're just constantly learning new routines. And at this time, I was doing my own routines from my Instagram page simultaneously, right? So that didn't feel like a lot. It just felt like, it was happening. I think I also just had the time for it. I didn't have too much going on. And so with my second year, that one was more compressed into a shorter period of time, because this one was specifically for culture show prep, East African culture show prep. That was actually so amazing. It was such a perfect way to end my time in college. But yeah, so I made this calculation with my friend yesterday. We learned we did 6 different countries, and each country had at least 3 routines, 3 choreographies. So that's 6 times 3 is 18. I know I also choreographed, by the way. I was one of the people that choreographed. And go on my Instagram. I think I'm going to be, just follow me on Instagram, because I know I'm going to post the rest of the clips. I've posted some already, so if you scroll on my reels, you'll see, like, wherever you see a group performing, just click on it, because that's probably the culture show. I have both from the first one, which was NSA, Nigerian Student Association dance team, and then the East African Student Association dance team. Both of them are groups dancing, but you'll know which one the East African is, because it has the names in the back. But yeah, so I choreographed Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, and I had such a wonderful time doing it. And so the total of it all was like, I would say about 19 dance routines that we learned. And by the time we were done, because it happened within such a short period, the culture show was in May. So from April all the way until 1 week to the culture show, actually, all the way until a few days to the culture show, we were practicing every single week, several times a week. And it was intense. It was fun. At the same time, it was intense. So by the time we were done with everything, it was just like, okay, I feel tapped out. So when I was done with that, I was just like, oh my gosh, man, I feel like I need a break. I didn't feel like learning any other new routines. Like it had gotten to the point where if I would to scroll on my feed and I see a dance video, I just scroll past it. And I ended up actually unfollowing a lot of dance creators because I was just like, I can't. I actually have no space in my head. Not because I hate dancing, I just feel like I need a break. It's almost like I was burnt out from the dancing. So I just honestly I listened to myself because I wasn't going to force myself to learn routines if I felt like it just wasn't what I was feeling in that moment. Because at the same time, I don't want to make it performative. I want to come and have fun as I'm dancing because as you are watching me dance, you can see my energy, you can feel my energy, you can see it through the way I'm moving. If it's performative, maybe it will be, maybe you still might not be able to tell, but I don't want to have to be in the position where I'm having to fake a smile or to, So I just said, let me give myself that break. And so within that break, I was exploring my interest in other types of content. So I did a lot more. I just so happened to have traveled during the time of the break quite a few times. So it was low-key giving travel content creator. It was giving lifestyle. It was giving. I have a cooking page too, so sometimes I cook. I cook, yes, and then I post the recipes there. I also have a page for this channel. It's called Twîri's World, just like this one. I used to have a fitness page. Like I explored so many things. So I turned the fitness page into the Twîri's World because I was like, I feel like at the same time I don't want to do too much. And so this break also allowed me to explore and finally actualize my interest for having a YouTube channel. So with all these things being added, it was like I'm exploring all these other types of content. It's nice, it's fun, and I don't feel like I have space for the dance at the moment. And I was just it feels I don't know because this is how I started and I still enjoy dancing. And if you see me in my room, the way you'll even be surprised as to why I don't post the dance content because I still dance and yeah, it's fun. It's a hobby. It's just I don't feel like learning any new routines, especially complex ones. If anything, I have been wanting to make dance videos, but I want to remake old routines that I already know. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's part of the process of trying to accommodate new things into my life because at the same time, I also started grad school, and grad school is a whole other world, okay? And it's very, very busy, very hectic. So trying to make sure I'm having time for the YouTube, the regular content I already post. I was already in the groove of posting on Instagram, so that one has never been a problem because at the beginning of the year, I got myself back in the groove. And with now this YouTube, it was like, am I going to sit down and record and edit and everything? Or am I going to learn a dance routine, go outside, film it, come back? It's just like it's been feeling like I have to choose one or the other. And right now the YouTube channel is feeling like it carries more weight just because I'm so new to this and I'm trying to get myself in the groove of this. So what I was thinking is that when I get to the point of where this is just like it's seamless, it just happens on its own, maybe I can have some space to bring back the dancing. But as of now, it's really giving just lifestyle content. Lifestyle with a little splash of dance. Yeah. But I have digressed. But one of the things I have learned, which is related to that point, is as a content creator, it is okay for you to want to have a specific niche. At the same time, it's okay for you to allow yourself to explore your interest in other different parts of content creation. It doesn't always have to be the one you started with. It doesn't always have to be you're stuck with that one. Explore it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So it's okay. It's okay if you feel like a particular style of content isn't what you want to do anymore because you've done it so much. It's okay for you to give yourself a break and come back. Like, all these things are okay. You know, it's not, no one is going to beat you. This is really your platform. You are the boss of this platform.